Hey guys, I'm Eddie, and in this video I'm going to be discussing the Xpel Ultimate Paint Protection Film that I have on my 2017 Corvette Grand Sport. The reason why I chose to use the Xpel Ultimate is because I did a little bit of research on the films, and one of the downsides of it is that it tends to dull the paint a bit more than any of the other paint protection films that are out there. I did choose to use the Xpel Ultimate though, despite that claim, simply because I wanted the thickest paper, because I plan on taking this car to the track next year, which is basically a couple days from today. Ahead of time, Happy New Year. That being said, there are a couple things that you need to ask your installer before you go ahead and pull the trigger on such an expensive item as the paint protection film, such as how much experience do they have? Do they have experience working with your particular car? Do they actually go ahead and stretch the actual film over the certain body panels of the car, which in the case of the hood it could be done, things of that nature. I personally did not do things the way I should have, because I was super anxious to just get the film on the car, that now I have to take the car back to get certain parts touched up a bit. The good thing about the Xpel Ultimate paint protection film, as a truck passes behind the camera, sorry for that, is that it does have the 10-year warranty, and if you're unhappy or if it starts peeling off or if there are any blemishes, you could take it back to the installer and they will fix it for you. So that being said, I chose to get the whole car wrapped. Unfortunately, the back of the car does not have a template for the Xpel Ultimate, so the part where the taillights are and the license plate, that part is not wrapped. The other thing is that I did not choose to get the roof wrapped. The reason why is because I wanted to save about $400 on that, and in addition it's a glass roof, and I just didn't feel like it was necessary to get it wrapped. You may differ in your opinions, and good for you, but I did get the hood, the fenders, the doors, the mirrors all wrapped, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you right now. I hope that the lighting is okay and you're able to see the gradient on it. In my particular car, the installer wasn't comfortable wrapping it around, and I will go ahead and show you some imperfections in the car. I did wash the car yesterday, but it is a little bit dirty, as you can see over here. So if you can see that on camera, forgive me, please. I'm sorry. Please. Thanks. So let's go ahead and walk around the car and take a look at what the wrap looks like. Before I go ahead and get started, this is the Watkins Glen Gray 2017 Corvette Grand Sport. I am going to show you a couple blemishes on the car that could be best seen with polarized sunglasses, but in this case the lens will have to do. Overall, I'm very happy with the car, despite its little flaws that it has here and there, which I'm going to point out, because it provides a lot of peace of mind with regards to driving the car on the expressway and other certain road surfaces, which could, you know, pop up some rocks and have them hit your car. So it definitely feels a lot, it's definitely comforting that I'm not gonna get rock chips in my car. So we're gonna just pull first to the first major blemish that the car has, and it's up here, and hopefully you can see it well on camera. But around right here, you could see where the paint is, where the paint protection wasn't applied properly. And one of the things that the installer stressed to me is that this car was quite difficult to wrap, simply because of all the curves. So yeah, there's a spot right there, and I am planning on taking it back so you could address that. So as I come over here, you can see how the installer probably has some difficulty with these particular components, because you might not notice it on film, but right there you can see where the paint protection film is adhering. You just need to be very, very careful when washing the car that you don't scrub there too hard and accidentally peel it up, because that would suck. But basically all this whole component is one continuous piece. So let's take a look here at the lights and on the hood, and I don't know if you could tell, but it really didn't dull down the paint, and pardon me for my shaky hand as I show you this, but you might be able to see there where the paint protection film lies, and then on the hood right there. And I have the camera zoomed in. I don't know if the macro setting is set appropriately, but where the sun is shining, well, there you can see the film quite well. And if the glare destroys your eyes, I apologize. but it runs there along the hood. And my particular installer, as I'm going to move the camera around as I pace over to the side, did not wrap it along the top of the hood. So actually, let me just move to the other side so that the glare doesn't kill you. So let's quickly talk about the mirrors on the Xpel wrap. So the wrap does not come across the whole entire mirror. Rather, there's a, you can probably see it right here. Probably see where the wrap goes, but it does not extend all the way up and around it. But hopefully you're able to see it there, and I apologize if this is blurry. But the doors are wrapped, and that's very comforting with regards to getting door dings and things of that nature. They also wrapped the A-pillars for me. So, right there. In addition, they wrapped this pillar over there, and they did wrap the C-pillars for me as well. And they did wrap the whole hatch. There are certain parts of the car that look like they were a pain in the butt to wrap, and the installer told me beforehand that he was going to be unsure whether he could, as I set this down, get this part that comes with the car. He was going to try to get that off, but he didn't peel it off, and instead he did a quick workaround. Excuse me as I clear my throat. And it turns out that this part right here is not wrapped, but this part is, and you can probably see the gradient right there. And there's so much light that I can't tell whether you can see it or not, but I think you could see that line right there. And that would typically bother some people. It typically bothers me as I'm a perfectionist, but I think I gotta lay off this perfectionist stuff because it's gonna make my life miserable. Moving over here to the taillight, you could see where the wrap is right there. Not the taillight, sorry, the rear reflector, before you guys kill me on the comments. The back is not wrapped, but you could see where the wrap ends. Hopefully it will show in this video, but it's very, very subtle. I mean, look at that paint. It still looks very shiny and glorious. Yes, I used the word glorious. A good place to be able to see this also is when it's a little bit darker. So we'll move, as I almost trip on myself, to the other side of the car. And my installer did wrap these vents for me, and so you could see the little the wrap on it. And one of the other parts that was a pain in the butt to wrap per the installer was basically these rocker panels. But there are some air bubbles noted under that, and you'd have to look very, very closely. But perhaps you could see it, is that there's a little air bubble right there on the door. Let me see if I could get something in the background to make it show a little bit better, since it's right there. And I'm most likely going to have them do that door all over again. But overall, this is what the Xpel Ultimate Wrap looks like. The guy also did this particular part of the car, and you could see a little bubble, sorry, as a flicker, a little bubble right there. And then that's basically it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm trying to make my nunchuck skills better. One of the things people are going to ask is how much did this cost? It was around 3,300 bucks. I'm not going to mention what the name of the installer was that put this all together, because I can't recommend them until they actually fix that part right there. That's the eyesore for me. So until that happens, I'm going to keep it close to the chest, because they were good people and I don't want to throw them under the bus with all my subscribers and YouTube videos and all my YouTube viewers. Damn, that car was loud. That's totally unnecessary. Nevertheless, thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you who have subscribed and given me thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to making more videos, and I need your help in doing so. So if you come up with anything, please let me know. First chance I get, I am taking this baby to the track, because it's almost 1,500 miles deep now. So thank you very much, and have a very, very happy new year. Bye guys.